Well, I haven't posted in a while. Oops. Hey everyone, I am Nakwil, and welcome back to my corner of the internet where I draw and talk about my current hyperfixations. Because I can. And I will. It's been a while since I last talked to you guys, and that's because I had a lot of exams recently and other stuff was going on too. So sadly wasn't able to upload anything. But now I'm back with another video, so let's get right into today's topic. I love designing new characters and giving them traumatic backstories. That's just what an OC artist does. But I wanted to experiment more with the ability to come up with a character when the prompts are already given. So I thought to myself, why not try doing this with Pinterest? It works just like this, and you can also try it yourself if you wanna. You search up a prompt on Pinterest, for example, weapon, species, or whatever you wanna. Then you take the first picture that comes up when you search it and take that as the part of the character. For example, if you search species and a picture of let's say a mermaid comes up, you would make your character a mermaid. Easy, right? So let's get started. I gave myself 7 prompts to search up. The fandom or the universe the character will be from, the weapon the character will have, their color scheme, the power they will have, and their personality twin. It's basically like another character with whom they'll share personality traits. The last 2 are added on when I searched up what fandom the character would be in because I thought it would be more fun that way. So let's start with the fandom. The fandom the character will be a part of is Percy Jackson and the Olympians. That's where I added on the prompts godly parent, and to spice it up a bit, Patreon god. That's basically a god you made a pact with or dedicate yourself to. So, next is their godly parent. Their godly parent will be Ares, god of war. And next is Patreon god. Their Patreon god will be Hades, god of the underworld. For their weapon, they got a sword. For their color scheme, it's set grey. And their power will be foresight, so like seeing into the future and stuff like that. And last but not least, their personality twin, or their personality, will be based on Bakugo from My Hero Academia. This seems like an interesting concept, though a few things I still need to figure out. For example, how it would make sense for a child of Ares to have Hades as a Patreon god. Well, we'll see. Doxa was loved and adorned by her father her entire life. And she absolutely hated every single second of it. When Doxa's other siblings desperately prayed for attention from Ares, they were being ignored. She was constantly being praised by her father for everything. And he was always talking about her as the glory bringer of her family. And all this just because of a stupid prophecy he was told so many years ago. Who cares that some old lady with a crystal ball or something once told him that she will be the most gloriful child of his? Doxa knew she was the best. She didn't need to hear that every single second of her day, especially not from Ares, the one who put her through all this nonsense training to prepare her for her bright future. She did not need any of this preparation. She already was the best at everything, and everyone knew it. But what Doxa didn't know was that seamless prophecy was a way bigger weight changer to her life than she thought. One day, Doxa stumbled upon a pale-looking, tall, black-haired man who introduced himself as Hades, god of the dead and king of the underworld. He said if she would make a pact with him, he would promise her that she would see her father suffer. The only condition was that she had to promise in the pact that she would fulfill a certain role Hades would lay upon her. Without any hesitation, she accepted, but without knowing the consequences of that action. The role Hades gave her was the Oracle of Delphi, the once greatest oracle in ancient Greece, that disappeared for some reason many years ago. And like her prophecy said, she saw great glory, but not hers. And like Hades said, she saw her father suffer by seeing his favorite daughter being cursed to be the next and last oracle of Delphi for eternity. It was just so fun designing this character, and it was also really interesting to connect the different prompts I was given, and I think I did a pretty good job. I'm really happy with how the drawing turned out. For the design, I went with those military pants, I think it's what you call them, or cargo pants. I think they fit the Ares motif pretty well. With the shoes I gave her, I went with I don't know how you call those, but they're they have little spikes on them. So also I wanted to represent the Ares motif while still keeping the gray color scheme. I lean more in the black direction, but I still kept it gray, I think. I mean, technically I didn't use any black in it, I just used gray. So I'm letting that count. And for her sword, for her weapon, so the sword, I went with a heavenly bronze sword that has a mahogany stone in it. I think it's a black obsidian mahogany stone. That's a stone oftenly associated with Ares. And I found it pretty perfectly because it also has black elements in it, so it kind of also represents Hades. I gave her a Hades staff necklace to represent her connection to Hades. And I gave her multiple belts, a beauty mark, and I really like the hair I gave her. It's just, I think it kind of keeps this. I think it's kind of the fact that she's still kind of elegant, but not too. And in her oracle form, I gave her this veil thingy. I don't know what you call those. First of all, I thought it would be pretty difficult to connect the gods Ares and Hades together, and also with prophetic powers. I found it pretty intimidating at first, but then I searched it up a bit, and I found out that in Greek mythology, specifically in Percy Jackson, Hades is pretty angry at Ares because Ares causes a lot of deaths because of all the wars. And it's just that the fact that Hades despises Ares, but Ares is pretty fond of Hades, as they describe in the books. And I wanted to use that as my advantage because also the Oracle of Delphi is cursed by Hades in the canonically Percy Jackson universe. And I wanted to connect that with the Farsight powers. And so I ended up with this, that the character Doxa Optasia, Doxa means glory by the way, so you kind of see what I did there. And I wanted to make her be cursed as the next oracle, that she, in her prophecy, it said that she would see glory, and she is seeing glory, just the glory of other people. And she also saw her father suffer, with her suffering and her father seeing his favorite child suffering. And yeah, it's just a traumatic backstory. And I'm pretty happy with the overall result, and I hope you're too.
Uncool? After that train wreck, there is no way anyone is gonna want to stay at the hotel.
That was everything for today. I hope you have a great morning, day, evening, or night, whatever. If you like this video, tell me in the comments, and see you next time. Bye!